And we are back with another iPhone 11 screen replacement. So what we're going to do is start with these bottom screws as usual. See how easy they come out. A little tight. Nope. Let's try this one. Same. Alright. Gonna dab a little alcohol on them. Let that go down into those threads. Screw the screw back in that little bit that we got it out. And out it comes. Try this one. That one's still a little tough. We'll put a little more alcohol in there. Screw it back in. And yeah, easy to come out now. Alright. One screw, two screws, and we're ready to get inside. Get up under that screen. Pull it open. Or maybe not. Phone's still cold. I just turned my heating pad on. It's alright. We don't really need the heat. It's just helpful. Makes it easier. Go this direction now. Under that screen. Just be careful on this side. That's where your cables are going to be. Now we're just going to rock this back and forth until it opens up. Looks like these may have fallen out of place. Set those back in. Should have adhesive holding that down, but there is not. Alright, so as usual, we're going to start with these three bottom screws. Take this plate off so we can unplug the battery. Pull that plate off. We'll pop that battery loose. Bend it back just a tad bit. Now we will attack these 5 screws. Get this plate off, and we'll be able to remove the connectors to the screen. Just like that. We'll pop these 3 connectors loose real quick. 1, 2, and your third one is going to be this big one. We'll set that to the side. We got the heat going. It'll loosen up the adhesive around these sensors. We have 4 screws up here around the speaker assembly. 3 of them are Phillips or 4-way, however you say it. And then 1 is a tri-wing. It's up here in the corner or top. And I'm going to pull this back. Remove this little cover piece. We're going to stretch this out just a little bit to make it easier to go on. Can be a little difficult because it's very thin. Don't stretch it out too much, just so it'll go on easier. Since it's been heated up, we can get up under these, pop them out. Take your time. I do have a heat pad, so it is easier. If you get on the side of it, you can just push it over. Should come right out, just like that. Now what we're going to do with this screen is we're going to plug it up to this Quan Li. We're going to get the data from it, and we're going to put it onto the new screen. Just going to read it. Once that's done, we're going to disconnect it, toss that screen into the recycling bin. And I guess it would help if I already had the new screen out, but I do not. So, new screen. Just attach the new screen to the Quan Li and hit write. It's going to write that same data to the new screen. Now we can just unplug it. Take this off. And this one. And then we just set these in the same place. Just be gentle with it. Sometimes they don't want to go back in, but they will. You'll just have to play around with it a little bit. And there they are. Now I'll put this cover piece back on. This is my kryptonite, the hardest part. That's why I stretch it out. I struggled with that so many times before I figured out that I could just open that up a little bit, make it easier on me. Put these screws back in, starting with the top one, just so it holds everything in place. And then we'll just do the reverse that we already did. Well, that screw is down, and there it is. And it does not want to go in. Let's start with another one. And that one is in just fine. Next. And back to the one that don't want to go in. And there it is. Just take some patience. Take your time. Don't get aggravated. It's just a screen. You can outsmart a screen. Alright. Get them clipped in. Get that cable next to the battery. You hear the click. And we'll plug it in. And then we'll turn it on. Don't worry, that's not scratches on the screen. That's just this plastic cover that's on it. I'm going to cover the screen here in case there's personal information or photos. So alright, just Garfield, or not sure what that is. Make sure this screen works. That's all that I can test. That's all that I want to test. I don't get into people's phones. I don't ask for passwords. It's just not my thing unless I have to test a camera or speaker. If the customer feels uncomfortable with giving me the passcode, that is perfectly fine. I'll let them test it. But for just a simple screen replacement, you should be able to just press on emergency, type in the numbers. You could do it where it's asking for the passcode, but then you may lock up the phone. I'm not trying to do that. Get this cover back on with these 5 screws. And we will be done. Quick and easy repair, especially if you already kind of know what you're doing, or you've worked on smaller devices before. It shouldn't be too difficult. Patience is the key to successful repairs. We'll get that top in first, and then we'll run our fingers along the sides like that and get that screen in on all corners. And now we'll put these last 2 screws back in. There's 1 and there's 2. And we'll just squeeze the bottom of it to make sure that the screws are going to go in properly. And just swipe these away. iPhone 11 screen replacement. If you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe, share with your friends for more content. Thank you.